So as you guys know, SP is a huge problem right now on Rocket League Sideswipe, and I made a video talking about it a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen it already, do check it out. And in that video I talked about what the problem really is. So in this one, I thought I would give you guys a few tips and tricks on how to save your SP and make it easier for you to get them so you can spend more of them in the game. So with that being said, I hope you're excited. Do smash that like and sub button and let's jump into it. So as you guys know, we are facing a huge problem with SP in the game. It's very difficult to get them now, especially because they remove them from presents. We get only a fixed number from challenges, and even the Rocket Pass, we get like 5,000 for a whole track, which includes 50 tiers. I mean, hopefully Psyonix fixes this, and eventually I hope we do get a fix in a few weeks or in a few months. But till then, we are stuck with this problem. So what can we do to help increase our SP and make it easier to obtain them in the game? So number one is spend your SP very wisely on the mystery items. Now, as you know, every day we get a free pull on the mystery items, right? Now, I would recommend doing the free pull, the 100 SP one and the 200 SP one before stopping. Now, why is that? Because the free pull is obviously free, because if you get a duplicate item, you can sell them for more SP, or if you get a new item, that's always great. But for the 100 SP one and the 200 SP one, if you get duplicates, you can always sell them. And normally when you sell the 100 SP and 200 SP items, you normally get back all the SP you spent, or even you may even get back more than you spent. So you're basically ended with a net profit. Whereas if you go ahead and pull on the 300, 400 and 500 and so on, the chances of you getting a profit from selling the item is much lower. Therefore, the risk of wasting your SP is actually higher. So I definitely recommend going for the free item 100 SP1 and the 200 SP1 every day if you really want to maximize your SP and maybe even get profits. Now, number two is a very simple one, and that is sell all your duplicates in your inventory. Now, I have to admit, even I have had this problem before where I want to keep my duplicates, but at the end of the day, if you really want to maximize your SP, selling your dupes is the way to go. Because ultimately, if you have every paint color of the item you want, there's no point in keeping an extra one unless you like to flex. If you aren't a collector or a flexer, I think it's honestly the best thing to sell them, because you can actually spend the SP on getting more unique items. Because remember, every unique paint variant you get, you can work towards getting a chromatic. Whereas if you keep a duplicate of that paint, you will actually hinder yourself from working towards that goal. And now this especially is important for black markets. Definitely sell those, especially if they are painted. The next tip I want to provide you guys is number 3, and that is keep your tokens. Now, I know it's very tempting to spend your tokens on the mystery pulls, but honestly I really think that keeping your tokens is a very good bet. Because ultimately, if and when Psyonix actually changes this and fixes the problem, you may actually get better value for your tokens. So saving them up may be a very good thing to do. And I have a feeling that tokens will not just become easier to get, but SP will also become easier to obtain. So if there's a way to convert tokens into SP, you'll actually be getting a lot of profit from the tokens. So I would say keep the tokens with you and see what happens. If they make some good changes, then honestly you will be kind of having the upper hand. The final tip I have for you guys for this video is a very important one. Now, normally we are always tempted to buy stuff from the item shop, right? And I've said in my previous videos that item shop is a very good way to get good stuff for cheap. However, that has completely changed now with the economy of the game. Now, I would actually say that don't buy stuff from the item shop unless you really want it, and unless you need them for some chromatic collection or something that you're working towards. Now, unless there's some paint colors you're missing to get a chromatic, I would honestly say don't even get anything from the item shop. Because remember, you are getting new stuff from the Rocket Pass and from the mystery items. So honestly, going for stuff in the item shop is not much of a bargain. Because if you look at the prices, right, they charge like 250 for a rare, up to 800 for a very rare, and more than that for a black market, which honestly in my opinion is not worth the SP. So you're better off spending your SP elsewhere. But if you really want something, like I said, or if you really need something and require it, it's a good way to spend your SP. But definitely think twice before buying anything from the item shop. Especially if you're running short on SP, I think it's a very important thing to keep in mind. The last thing I want to mention is that I have seen a lot of people kind of pulling on the 500 SP ones a lot of times, and I can honestly say that is a horrible decision. Unless you're so stacked, like if you're like a player with 500,000 SP or more than 100,000, I would honestly say don't go for that. Just go for the free one, the 100 SP one and the 200 SP one every single day, and definitely avoid going past that, because ultimately you're going to be having a huge net loss. I know it's tempting to kind of accumulate all your SP and spend them all in once, but it's the worst way to actually, spend your SP. So definitely try to be more balanced with it and do it like I do. Spend 3 times every single day and that's it. If you happen to get like a lot of SP from it, maybe you happen to get like 1000 SP in profit from selling the duplicates, then maybe you can go for the 300 SP one. But in every other case, definitely only stick to the free one, the 100 SP one and the 200 SP one. Now the reason I wanted to make this video especially is because I've seen a lot of people in the community very unhappy with the current state of SP. And not only that, even with the tokens. I'm seeing all over Reddit and social media people complaining about how difficult it is to get SP and how it was much easier to get them before season 7. So I really thought I had to put this video out there so I can help one of you guys in any way to actually increase your SP and make it easier for you to get them. So guys, that should be it for the video. I hope it helped you out and gave you some important tips on how you can maximize your SP and spend them wisely. Because especially at this time right now, we need to know about these tips.